Ohio State pitched its second shutout this season, this time against a Big Ten foe. And while it is Wisconsin, and Wisconsin has not been good this year, there's quite a bit to celebrate and still pick apart for the Buckeyes. What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on the step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer questions in the comments below. Who is going to beat Ohio State this year? I'm asking, like, for real. I was giving this some thought as I'm watching Ohio State absolutely wax Wisconsin. How this kind of feels like that one high school football program in your area that just continues to kill people. Like, it's not close, and you know who's going to win the state championship, even in the middle of October. For me, it's the Bixby Spartans, who just threw 92 up on Enid and is a top 20 team in the country and continues to just churn out a squad each and every year. They from around the way to Jinx, Oklahoma was destroying people. The way that Bentonville was destroying people. Union was destroying people. Owasso was destroying people. Booker T was destroying people. Now we have the Bixby Spartans. Meanwhile, Ohio State just continues to do what they've been doing since they started the playoff run last year. That is defeating. That is absolutely monster hurting people. All right. 34-0 is the final in this Ohio State-Wisconsin matchup. Julian Sayin, that feels like the Heisman contender, the leader in the Heisman race right now. That feels like we giving it away today, probably giving it away to him, which is saying a lot because I thought that Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate would also like split these votes between them. Carnell Tate, who ought to be wide receiver 1 in the NFL draft, but he goes 36 of 42, which is 85.7% completions, 394 yards, 4 TDs, got sacked 1 time. My goodness, dude. And then we're talking about Carnell Tate continuing to be the best player on that offense, not named Julian Sayin or Jeremiah Smith. He had 6 catches for 111 yards, 2 TDs. Jeremiah Smith was seen, 9 catches, 97 yards. That means that between the two of those guys, you had more than 200 yards receiving and 15 catches. Just monster work that they've been doing over there. And even as it felt like Brian Hartline had kind of sort of gotten back into the bag of let's just let Julian figure out what he wants to do with the ball, he was so damn accurate. And you can hear Gary Daniels waxing poetic about it because as a quarterback, that is what you dream about. He puts the ball right where he wants to every single time, and he knows how big and fast his wideouts, his tight ends are, and he puts it right where they can put their hands on it and do something with it. It's 4th and 6. And instead of taking the dump route or making it an easy slant or RPO, this dude threw the corner route to Carnell Tate in press coverage, and Carnell Tate made a play. Just outstanding. It feels like they're going to go back-to-back this year, man. It just feels that way. By the way, after giving up 16 points to Illinois, they thought that the average got a little bit too high at 6.83 points per game, and they brought it back down with a damn shutout of Wisconsin. Meanwhile, you got Brad Nessler, Gary Daniels trying to pull one out for what they think might be coming for Luke Fickell because, frankly, they ain't scored a single point since October 4th. And you know what? In some respect, I got to say credit to Wisconsin for not kicking the field goal late. Probably what I would have done. I'm getting points out of this. I'm going to be surly and salty, and I am going to be absolutely petty and try to get 3 points and say, y'all didn't shut me out. That's not what they did. They decided to go after it on 4th and 5 against the second string. But you could tell how much this shutout meant to the program, how much this meant to the team, because the 2s were out there in the second half. And the 1s came out and said, hey, don't lose this shutout. Do not mess this up, okay? Look, I understand. Y'all don't play as much as you want to, but this is your opportunity. Shut this down. We need the shutout. And they got it. So now it's Grambling and Wisconsin who have been shut out by the Buckeyes. And we keep looking for ways in which they might be not great. 491 total yards, 5 of 11 on third down, 97 rush yards, 394 through the air, 26 first downs in this. They allowed just 9 first downs from Wisconsin. They allowed just 49 passing yards. They turned them over. They sacked them 3 times. But if you are looking for one glaring weakness in these Ohio State Buckeyes, it is their special teams. Special teams is atrocious. Like, if you're a Buckeye fan and you're going, if we lose a football game, it is going to be because somebody did something absolutely stupid on special teams. Either you can't punt it where you want to punt it, you can't kick it where you want to kick it, you've got really stupid penalties, or you got people that just can't put their hands on the ball the way they're supposed to put their hands on the ball. And every time Brandon Ennis is back there, Brandon Ennis is back there fielding punts, I'm like, are y'all sure? Like, I get it. And to think that Brandon Ennis would be wide receiver 1 for anybody else, honestly. Like, the other part about that is fascinating. It means you could put Carnell Tate back there or Jeremiah Smith if you wanted to. It didn't have to be Caleb Downs. You might actually look at one of the upcoming freshmen, or one of the guys don't get no run, like Mylan Graham, for instance, Quincy Porter. You got guys you can put that there. Brandon Ennis is obviously back there for a reason. But I also look at this and say, the way that we were talking about Jeremiah Smith last year is the way I was talking about Carnell Tate coming out of IMG. Y'all realize that, right? Like, they're just recruiting them like that at Ohio State since 2018, 2016-ish. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith, and Jigman. Hell, Jamison Williams was wide receiver 3, went down to Bama, became wide receiver 1. That's how he won the Bullet in the Cuff Award. They just got it like that, man. If I want to pick a fight with them over their special teams, I will, but I'm not going to, because at this point, it feels like all Ohio State's got to do is continue to do what they have been doing, which is find ways to get themselves into the game, get on top of the game, and take the air out of it. What they have left is Penn State, who ain't got no James Franklin. That might hurt a lot. That game is in Columbus. At Purdue, who got shut out by Northwestern today. UCLA, ugh. Rutgers, ugh. And then the bugaboo, Michigan. Michigan feels some kind of way about the Buckeyes. Buckeyes feel some kind of way about Michigan. Maybe you've heard this before. But I also think that game is going to turn out to be the one that tests Ohio State, because it's always the one that tests Ohio State in the Ryan Day era. If you're looking for one blemish on his otherwise pristine resume, it is his win-loss record against the Buckeyes since the plague year. Against the Wolverines since the plague year. They have not beaten them since 2019. Now, they didn't play in 2020, but they did in 2021 and 2022 and 2023 and 2024, and they will play 2025. We can talk about Connor Stallions. We could talk about cheating. We could talk about sign stealing. We could talk about what Michigan is or isn't. Fact remains, scoreboard. And if you really want to settle this in a year where it feels like Ohio State's going back-to-back, run the table. Run the table, beat Michigan, and then claim 2 national championships in back-to-back years on top of a win against Michigan, along with a Big Ten championship, something else they haven't won since 2020. And then let's have ourselves a conversation.